ArsenalFanTV, Chris, got away with one there today, didn't we?
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm just going to mention something that I've set up today before we go into the match. So I'm giving ArsenalFanTV viewers the opportunity to remove me from the channel by raising money for charity.
Okay.
So today I've set up a Just Giving page for Macmillan Cancer Support, and once the fundraising target is met, then I'll be gone from this channel. And so if you've ever got pissed off with
I mean, you'd be gone from the channel. What are you on about?
I'll give you the specifics now.
Right.
So if people have been annoyed with my Arsene Wenger chat, a bit being an AKB, positivity, being ginger, being deluded, stats, or just my smug smile, this is your opportunity. Please donate. Because Macmillan Cancer Support is
Excellent
a really
charity.
good. Yeah,
Excellent.
I mean, I chose Macmillan's because I didn't want the money just to go into an empty pit of research, for example, that you wouldn't necessarily see the benefits of. Macmillan's improved the lives of people with cancer and their families by giving them health support.
So
and
gone forever.
support.
Hold on, gone forever.
No, I'll give you the specifics. Hang on, just let me say my bit. And so, the point is that the donations that people make will go into making a material influence for people's lives. I mean, there's 1 in 3 of us today will suffer cancer. I mean, I don't want to bring up stats, and by 2020 that'll be 1 in 2. So it does affect us all. And so it's something that it's probably touched on all of our lives. But in terms of the specific, the first target is 5,000. Once that is raised, I'll stop for the rest of the season, which is probably 30 games, 8 months worth. Yeah. If it gets to 10,000, I'll stop for the whole of the calendar year 2017.
Right,
so just to put that in perspective, I know that sounds a lot, but it's really, on this platform, it's not a lot of money, because my average video personally is about 50,000. Yeah, to get 10,000, that's 20p per viewer, or 10p per viewer for the 5,000.
So everybody
target.
who dislikes today.
Yeah, well, that's what the other thing is. If you the dislike, say that's 3,000 per video. If everyone that disliked put in £3 or so, that's the £10,000.
Are you serious about this?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm a man of my word. I promise you.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So Just Giving page for the Macmillan Trust.
I'm gonna I'll tell you how to donate. I'll tell you. Right. So Robbie will put in a link below. But
They don't hate you that much.
They do. You don't read the comments, mate. The Just Giving page. The website is just www.justgiving.com/fundraising/get Chris off AFTV. All one word.
All
and you
right,
can also
right.
text.
So if you truly hate him, put some money, and it will go to a good cause, and we'll get rid of you till the end of the season. I don't think it should be forever.
All the rest of the year. Yeah, if it's 10k.
So you wouldn't come on for the rest of the year?
Look, I love coming and chatting to you each game, but I'm willing to do that if it raises that much money for charity.
Okay, that's fair enough.
And it gives the opportunity for people to put their money where their mouth is,
Fair enough, right? Respect you for that. Right, the game. What happened to you? You said you were proud of the team the other night. You couldn't have been proud of that first half.
I'm always proud of this. The point I was making is...
You couldn't have been proud of that first half. Come on, Chris.
You're misunderstanding.
You're going to get about... The donations have gone up already, even on the... I mean, you were proud of that first... Come on, that first half was shocking.
You're not hearing what I'm saying, Rob. Let me explain. Disappointing and being proud is two completely different things. Disappointing that we're 2-0 down, 3-0 down to Bournemouth. Disappointed we're 1-0 down to Preston. But win, lose or draw, I'm always proud of scoring.
Not angry at the performance in the first half. There were some fans there, they're saying to me they're angry. You know what I mean? Why is it we keep starting off so poorly in games?
We're a second half team, unfortunately. That's been a very common trait throughout Arsene Wenger's 20 years. And the guy's right. He just said to me, you could have been 3-0 down.
That's not good enough, is it?
I know it's not good enough.
You're going to get caught out. You can't play games just in one half.
I know. I think the defence was obviously, it was like a pub team, wasn't it, the first half? Preston should have been more than a goal up. We did get away with it. And, I think the reasons for that possibly, first of all, the tempo and intensity. The Bournemouth game is very similar in that we weren't really that intensity was not there in the tempo, and we weren't matching their opponent. But this was always going to be a tough game. We needed our A game to get a result here, and we slowly turned up in the second half. But for Preston, this was a cup final, and this is a massive game. Saturday night on live TV, back in the big time, it was obvious to me they were going to come out firing out the blocks, and we weren't.
It's obvious to you. It's obvious to me. It's obvious to this gentleman here, him. Why is it not obvious to the players? It's almost like they're in a state of shock. Oh my God! Look what Preston are doing. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
I know, but you can't. It's human nature that it's going to be a massive game for Preston, where it's just a routine game for us. I know every game is big for us, but I will say we've never lost a third round FA Cup game onto Arsene Wenger, so you can't question the mentality he's going into these games with. And even against lower league opposition, if we take it wider than just the third round, I think it's like 37 games now, we've only lost one game against lower league in the FA Cup, which is, given the nature of the FA Cup and its like the trait for upsets, all the time, that's an amazing record, given that it's every team's cup final from the lower leagues. There's a chance against the big guns when they play us. We've lost once in 37, so and we've got an amazing record in the FA Cup. We've lost one game in the last 4 years.
Right. So, who do you want in the next round?
Accrington Stanley away. No, as Mo said, I love these away. I've never been to Preston before, and this game was actually very reminiscent of the game in 1999. Don't know if you recall that, but they came firing out. They were 2-0 up. And that was a team when we were champions as well. And we came back and won that 4-2. So class told in the end, just like to say. But I'd like to give a special mention to both of the goal scorers. So I'm pleased in particular that those two individuals scored, simply getting undue abuse, in my opinion. Like Ramsey especially. The amount of abuse he's been getting is absolutely vile, in my opinion. And, it's completely embarrassing. But forgetting his performances, and I'm not trying to make out that he's been playing well, but he deserves respect. This is the guy that won the FA Cup for us a few years ago, and also people forget that he, had that horrific leg injury against Stoke, and it's not easy to come back from that. But I just think he's obviously been injured a lot, and he's been played out of position as well. But I think, I'll probably get hate for this, so increase the donations again. But I think Ramsey and Xhaka is worth a go in central midfield. Even when everyone comes back fit, just because I think that we need something in central midfield producing an end product, because the combinations of Xhaka, Coquelin and El Neni have produced 3 goals and assists this season, and that's all from Xhaka. So Coquelin and El Neni are not producing anything going forward, and that's not their primary job, but you won't win a league like that with such a limited distribution, end product goal-wise from central midfield. So, and Ramsey can do that potentially if he gets on a streak. This could turn his season, possibly. And the other player is Giroud, obviously. So the other night against Bournemouth, I don't know how, but he came out of that match as a villain, and Sanchez came out as a hero. But
after he won us the game, not one. I'm even getting caught out with it. He didn't win us the game, but he actually two assists and a goal.
And he gets hated because of a 10-second goal celebration. It wasn't even 10 seconds, probably 5 seconds, or he lost. Anyone that scores in the last minute to come back 3-0, it's just human motion that you're going to do that. He's getting hate for that. But he got us back into it, 2 assists and a goal. And he was putting in he put in a shift that night. He was chasing down as much as Sanchez. And then Sanchez, in my eyes, that was petulant, throwing his gloves off and storming off, expecting some minion to
go. More hate.
No.
More donations.
I love Sanchez. He's my favourite Arsenal player since Thierry Henry. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that incident was petulant. There was no need for it. You can be passionate. There's different ways of showing passion. You don't need to be unprofessional and act like that. But this is a fantastic day, and hopefully we can progress in this competition.